Coming to you from across the cosmic web, you're watching Countdown. And now your host, Kyle Universe.
Greetings everyone, Kyle Universe here. What makes Five Nights at Freddy's so scary? Well, it's a lot of things actually. The atmosphere, the feeling of not knowing if something is looming in the hallway, but mostly it's the animatronic characters. So with the release of the newest game, Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, let's go through, in my opinion, the top 10 scariest animatronic groups in the franchise.
Number 10.
The Springlock animatronics. I will say that one of the most terrifying things in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe is the concept of a Springlock suit. Having to wear a mascot costume isn't bad on its own, but walking around in said costume knowing that if you don't wear it correctly then it could kill you, that adds a whole new level of creepiness to them. If the Springlocks aren't set just right, all of them will malfunction and sharp metal and plastic will then pierce your body everywhere. And that is just terrifying.
Number 9.
The Originals. Upon looking at them, these four are not very scary looking, and rightfully so, because they were designed to be a children's attraction. But you would be surprised how scary anything cute and cuddly looks when it's coming down the hallway at full force at you. And that was part of the original animatronics' charm. Their appearance wasn't threatening, but that's just so you could be lured in, and then they would stuff you into a suit in the back room.
Number 8.
Okay, true story. Throughout my childhood, I had a fear of robots. I am not kidding. And all of that was started by one thing. The ending of Superman 3. Okay, so there's this big machine, right? And it pulls this one lady in and places cybernetics all over her body, and she turns on the others. This scene right here, this scene is freaky and made my 8-year-old self want nothing to do with robots for years. Look at this thing! This is nightmare fuel! Nightmare fuel! What is wrong with you, Superman 3? And that's why the Endoskeletons get the number 8 spot.
Number 7.
So on first impression, you wouldn't think the Funtime animatronics are very scary. They're bright, colorful, and shiny. But don't let that deceive you. These things are psychotic. Yeah, I know, don't hold it against them, you have no idea what they've been through. No, they are freaky. Probably the most unnerving thing is that they can open their face plates. Oh, and the fact that they were designed to kidnap children. Oh yeah, there's that. And let's not forget what they really want, to wear you like a suit. Yeah.
Number 6.
The Shadow animatronics. What can be said about these guys? Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie, otherwise known as... well, have fun trying to pronounce that, are most notable for appearing in the second game and freaking you out whenever luck may have it and they appear on your camera. They're unsettling, they're scary, and their origins are surrounded in mystery.
Number 5.
I don't know why, but there's something so terrifying about things that are left to rot. You know, like abandoned houses. I guess it's just the mystery of how it got that way, and your imagination blowing things out of proportion. Thus, we have the Withered animatronics. Beat up and broken versions of the original 4 characters that have been left in a state of decay. While Freddy and Foxy really don't look too different, it's Chica and Bonnie that have been hit with the neglect stick the most. Bonnie especially the hardest. How in the world did he even lose his face and eyes? And arm? I think what makes them scary is that they resemble zombies. Something that has obviously died and still coming after you.
Number 4.
The Salvage animatronics. This group I put right next to the withered ones on the list for the same reason. They're old, they're beat up, they look like zombies, and they still are coming for you. Look at this picture of Scrap Baby in the alley. Notice how her appearance actually makes the clown look better. Now that's saying something. And then there's her lobster claw. This is like if Tim Burton designed them. Actually, now that I think about it, that would be pretty cool.
Number 3.
Take a look at these crispy critters. The Phantom animatronics of Five Nights 3 are as supernatural as they come. Are they ghosts? Are they just a figment of your imagination? Whatever the explanation, they are there to scare you. With their burnt and otherworldly-like appearance, they could get a rise out of anyone. But I guess a plus is even though they are terrifying looking, they can't kill you because they might not even be real to begin with.
Number 2.
The Nightmare animatronics. Here we have a group designed for terror. Look at this! Just look at it! Man, that's freaky! We all got our first glimpse of these ferocious creatures through teaser images, and man did it ever hype them up. Just from how much detail was put into each one, it is a testament to going above and beyond. Look at all the teeth! So many teeth! No wonder they're called Nightmare. Which may or not be what they actually are. In the mind of a child, that is. But I think we all can agree that these are the most terrifying creatures put into the franchise. That is, of course, for one other group. But before we get to number 1, let's take a look at a few honorable mentions.
Number 1.
After looking through every group in the franchise, I knew that the scariest bunch of characters had to go to the Twisted animatronics. Look at Bonnie, man. I mean, just look at him. It's like they injected Nightmare Bonnie with steroids and turned him loose. Would you want to be in the woods and have this thing coming right at you? I think not. Remember how I said that the withered and scrapped animatronics were like zombies? Well, it's like this group decided to take that even further, with each having mechanical parts and real gums to their teeth. But that's not the actual scary part. Well, I mean it is, but there's something more scary about them. They can look different depending on how scared you are of them, thanks to a perception-altering device, meaning that if you are terrified by Freddy and the gang, your mind will perceive these creatures to be 10 times scarier than that. So it's almost like your mind is choosing for you your own nightmare creature. And that is definitely a scary concept, because your mind will always make the unknown worse than it actually is. Now obviously my list is going to be different from yours, but I would like to hear your feedback on the matter. Which group of animatronics do you feel is the scariest? Leave your comments below. I'm Kyle Universe, see you out there.